This court is now in session. The case before us today is Ted versus Aziz. Are both sides ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready.
The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
Very well. Before we begin, I must remind all of you that even though this court session is being conducted online, it is imperative that to uphold the norms and authority of the court. Prosecutor Arya Putra, you may begin with your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the evidence will show that the defendant, Aziz, knowingly and unlawfully trespassed on private property and stole valuable items. This event happened at night, specifically on March 15th at around 2 a.m. In the affluent neighborhood of Emerald Heights. The defendant, Aziz, was seen entering the premises of 45 Oak Avenue by the witness Berto, who lives across the street. Berto reported observing Aziz near the back entrance of the house. Although no visible force was used to gain entry, the residence, not particularly known for valuable artworks or jewelry, was reported to have a laptop and a significant amount of cash, both of which were missing following the incident. It is beyond a reasonable doubt that Aziz is guilty of these charges as written in KUHP, Article 167, Section 1 regarding trespassing, and Article 362 about stealing.
Objection. Your Honor, the prosecution is making speculative statements without presenting any evidence. The only evidence of this even is the testimony of the witness. As we know, unus testis, nullus testis. One witness is not witness at all.
Sustain. Prosecutor Arya Putra, please stick to the fact and bring another piece of evidence, as a single witness is not enough.
Apologies, Your Honor. As I was saying, the evidence will clearly demonstrate Aziz's culpability in this matter, and I will also bring before this court another piece of evidence regarding this matter. But before that, let me call our main witness first.
The witness may enter the tribunal. Before that, please vote that you will only speak the truth.
I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Can the witness state for the record that the witness is in good health and sound of mind?
I'm in good health and in sound mind condition.
Thank you. State your full name for the record, please.
My name is Rafael Berta Rogers.
Can the witness state for the record that you are here today to testify in the case of State versus Aziz?
Correct. I'm here today to testify in the case of State versus Aziz.
Thank you. Mr. Berto, can you please describe what you witnessed at the event in question?
Well, Your Honor, I saw Aziz trespassing on my property at night and carrying away my belongings.
Objection. Your Honor, the witness statement is a hearsay and lack foundation. As is, it has been known that the witness and the defendant are friends with each other, and they have already bought each other items before.
Sustain. Witness, please provide direct evidence of what you personally saw or experienced.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying, I saw Aziz stealing from my property with my own eyes. It's different from before since Aziz didn't say anything about going into my place or about borrowing my laptop.
Your Honor, if I might ask the witness, Mr. Berto, isn't it true that Aziz frequently go into your place even without any reservation from before?
Before we proceed, I must remind the defendant to respect the court procedure and wait for your turn. Prosecutor Arya Putra, do you have any further question for the witness?
No, Your Honor. The prosecution has no further questions from Mr. Berto at this time.
Very well. Defense Attorney Rehan, you may proceed with your questioning.
Thank you, and pardon me for my behavior, Your Honor. As I was saying, Mr. Berto, isn't it true that Aziz frequently goes into your place even without any kind of reservation from before?
Yes, Aziz has been to my place before without prior notice. But that doesn't justify his recent theft.
Argumentative, Your Honor. They are close friends, and what Aziz did doesn't directly mean he is stealing from Berto.
Sustain. Witness, please answer the question directly.
Yes, he is one of my close friends, and indeed, it's been a norm of ours to go to each other's place and enter it without prior notice. However, that doesn't excuse his action in stealing my laptop.
Your Honor, based on the witness response, I move to have this previous statement regarding the defendant's alleged theft stricken from the record on the ground that it is speculative and not based on direct observation relevant to the case at hand.
Motion denied. The statement in question provides context to the nature of the relationship between the witness and the defendant, which may be relevant to the jury understanding of the case. Let's proceed. Does the witness have anything further to add?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense or the prosecutor have another question?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
The witness may leave the tribunal.
Your Honor, I want to provide one more piece of evidence regarding this case. As shown in the soft file I shared with the court, is a chat between Aziz and Mr. Berto a week prior to the theft. Aziz said that he was in desperate need of money and willing to do everything it takes to get it because he was in debt due to a gambling addiction. But Mr. Berto refused to help Aziz because in the past, Aziz had shown a sign of neglecting his debt payments.
Your Honor, I object the introduction of this chat as evidence. It is hearsay and does not provide Mr. Aziz's guilt for the theft. Additionally, Mr. Berto's refusal to help Aziz does not necessarily mean that Aziz committed the crime. Furthermore, Aziz's financial struggle and past behavior do not directly link him to the theft. It is important to consider all evidence before jumping to conclusion about his involvement in this case.
Overall, the chat may be considered circumstantial of evidence, but it is not definitive. But it is not definitive proof of Aziz's guilt. With this, the evidence has been completed, and the jury will not deliberate on the case to determine Aziz innocent or guilty. It is essential to weigh all of evidence presented in the court before reaching a verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the evidence presented in this courtroom leaves no doubt that Aziz is guilty of stealing and trespassing. I urge you to find him guilty as charged.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let's go through all of the legal jargon and get to the heart of this matter. My client Aziz is being railroaded by prosecution, desperate to pin on crime on someone, anyone, too close to their case. The evidence they're supposed to be presented is flimsy at best, hearsay at worst. Mr. Berto, the so-called witness, is just a friend with a grudge, trying to throw my client under the bus. And what about the chat? It's nothing but gossip, taken off context. Aziz's financial troubles are no one's business but his own. Let's not forget, in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. And I assure you that there is plenty of doubt in this case. So I urge you to do what's right and deliver the verdict of not guilty.
This court is adjourned for the time being. The jury is dismissed and may convene to deliberate on the finding in the case. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I understand you have reached a verdict. Before you present your decision, I want to take a moment to thank you for your service. Participating in the judicial process is a fundamental duty and cornerstone of our democracy. You've been given a great responsibility, and it is clear that you have approached this task with the seriousness and considered it worth. The decision you are about to make is a result of your collective judgment. After having carefully reviewed all the evidence and listened to the argument presented by both sides, is the jury ready to present its verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well. Before you do so, may I remind you that the verdict you present is a reflection of not just the evidence and the law, but of justice being served. Whether the verdict is in favor of the state or the defendant, it is imperative that we respect the process and the decision made by this jury. The integrity of our legal system relies on the faith and we place in each other to uphold the principle of justice, fairness, and the truth. Please proceed with your verdict.
Your Honor, after thorough deliberation, taking into account all that evidence presented and understanding the gravity of the charge against the defendant, we, the jury, have reached a strong decision.
I understand. Please read the verdict.
In the case of the state versus Aziz, we find the defendant, Mr. Aziz, not guilty of stealing and trespassing.
Thank you for your verdict. I want to commend the jury for their diligence and thoughtful consideration in this matter. It's not always easy to sit in the judgment of another, but it is a necessary service to our community and to our system of justice. This court respects the verdict delivered by the jury, and as such, the charge against the defendant, Mr. Aziz, are hereby dismissed. Mr. Aziz, you are free to go. This case is now closed. Court is adjourned.
Thanks God, they didn't catch me. Thank you, Mr. Rehan, for your helping and support. If you have legal issues, please use Mr. Rehan and a lawyer. It's worthy every penny. Splendid.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you feeling the heat of legal trouble? Caught in a crosshair of the law with no way out? Fear not, for you have stumbled upon the legal savior you never knew you needed. I am Rehan, your humble court officer. Your go-to-go guy for flipping the script of justice, whether you are facing a mountain of criminal charge or just a little legal magic to make your problem disappear. I got the charm, the wit, and the legal know-how to turn your wrong into the right faster than they can say not guilty. Don't wait for it's too late. Dial 08113 666 and 666 and let's get to work on your case pronto. Cut. Ini gua harus kita harus ngeliatin evidence-nya ya.
Yes, yes.
Ntar dikat di sini Jis ya. Oke.
Kalem aja.
Oke, thank you banget ya.
It's a wrap.
One take.
Gila, one take
One take.
guys.
One take.
One take banget deh.